Jared?
See if this works.
You're in trouble.
Let me hit it.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, wait, I have it off.
Step one.
Hey.
Good evening, everybody. Glad to see you all here.
Red mic.
Thanks for coming tonight. My name is Bob Dish. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the chaplain for the district. I've got three great people standing up here with me tonight. Part of it was February is the birth of scouting. And these three individuals do a lot for our district. And so I thought I would present them with a award from the heart. So for Jared, got a Cub Scout uniform for him.
Thank you so much.
And for the Luxes, got a Boy Scout emblem for them. So I get a quick round of applause for these three, for what they do for our district, above and beyond. So thank you guys. So I thought this was fitting. You guys can go sit down if you want. Thought this was fitting for them too. How to be a scout. Be kind every day. Be brave in every way. Be grateful for what you have. Be accepting for what you don't have. Be determined in all you do. Be yourself. There's only one you. Be cheerful when things look grim. Be a friend through thick and thin. Be a sharer, break things in two. Be prepared no matter what in life throws at you. That was from Barry Grillis, the former chief scout from the United Kingdom.
Thank you, Bob. Now, if you'll please rise and join me with the, sorry, I've been sick, with the Pledge of Allegiance. Scout salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Two. Scout sign. Please join me in the Scout oath, law, and outdoor code. On honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law. Help other people at all times, keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Time. You guys come do this. What am I leading it for? We got scouts here. Go for it.
A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners, be careful with fire, be considerate of the outdoors, and be conservation-minded.
Thank you. Great job. You know, every time I say Scout oath, law, and outdoor code, then the next thing I want to say is as an American, because I want to go straight into the outdoor code. So anyway, tonight's agenda. Our safety moment will be orthopedic injuries. Our hot topic will be team building, led by Brian Townley. And then we're going to have some breakouts. Cub Scouts will be annual program planning, and that will be down the hall to the right, I believe. And then Scouts BSA will be the Order of the Arrow. Thank you for being here. Volunteers wanted. We do need some unit commissioners, a roundtable commissioner for assistant district commissioner just opened up. We do have some membership support is open, but if you need to or have interest, yes, sir.
And if you're not sure what a roundtable commissioner does, or you think you might need some training for it, we have a program for you.
Oh, we'll get there.
But
But it's a perfect opportunity. March 7th is Commissioners College, and we're going to have a track on Roundtable. So you can learn what Roundtable commissioners do. Bill Kohler is our district commissioner. And as of last week, God bless me, I am your new district chair. And with that, we want to thank Ross. He's not here tonight. At least I haven't seen him. Yeah, he's gotten away from it, so good for him. He did it for 4 years. This is the last time you see this slide. There. But thank you, Ross. So, John, orthopedic injuries. You want this? I'll let you.
Well, I'm sure you all have heard of Lindsey Vaughn, and she a few weeks ago tore her ACL. And then just a few days ago, 12 seconds into her first run, well, she clipped the gate and broke her leg in 3 places. Now, go ahead and turn it. Minor orthopedic injuries can be sort of a pain, pun intended, but major ones like bones, which would be a fracture, joints, which would be a dislocation, ligaments, which could be a sprain, muscles and tendons, strains, are common after falls, collisions, twists, and overuse. All that could derail an excellent scouting activity. Now, how can you prevent some of this stuff? Anticipate and prepare for any possible risks. Have proper equipment, training, supervision. Have a first aid kit and know how to use it. Have a leader with current CPR and first aid training. Brad's holding up a little sign. We in ESC do this all the time. We have twice a year, we do first aid, CPR, AED training. We also do other trainings too, which we'll talk about in a minute. Now, what happens if something happens? Here's how you would assess it. Use the DOTS method. Deformity, which would be an open wound, deformity. Bone or joint indicates, there's a severe problem. An open wound might indicate a severe problem. Other signs of injuries would be tenderness, swelling, or the inability to bear weight. Now, how do you treat some minor injuries? Use the RICE method. Rest, ice, compression, and elevation. That's the best way of doing it. Now, of course, rest is always a good thing to do. Ice, it really works well for 13 to 20 minutes every 4 hours, but don't apply ice directly to the skin. Use some sort of a thin cloth or to prevent skin damage. You don't want to have ice burns on your leg or arm. Compression, elastic bandages are always good. And elevation, make sure the injured part is above the level of the heart whenever possible. Now, when should you seek advanced care? An open wound directly above a deformity or other orthopedic injury requires emergency medical care. Puncture wounds. Yeah, puncture wounds also require medical care. And if symptoms persist, like swelling, pain, deformity, inability to bear weight, the injured person should be transported or for advanced care and assessment. Remember, have a first aid kit. Have it up to date. Know how to use it. Take your first aid, AED, CPR class. Also, wilderness first aid class, which is coming up in just this weekend at Porter Hospital, $155. ESC, Emergency Services Corps, puts that on twice a year or sponsors it. And there's a poster over there. You can take a picture of it. Sign up now. We also do consider having a Stop the Bleed packet with you. We also do that twice a year as well. It includes weight methods of how you deal with punctures, how you deal with, say, for instance, a major cut to an artery, with how to use a tourniquet properly. And the Stop the Bleed kit includes all sorts of good stuff that including a tourniquet. Now, with that said, go out there, be safe, just be prepared, and think about where you're going, what you're going to do, and how you're going to get back safely. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Okay, we'll go through a few quick announcements as well. The district calendar, is that still valid? Jared? Probably. Okay. Advancement updates. Les sent me this. So in the Scout BSA Amendment Handbook, there's a bunch of new things, some key updates. So take a look for them. Last year, I mentioned there's a new multi-sport merit badge. So I went in to see my customer last month or so in Phoenix, and we were talking, and I said, Dave, how you doing? He's got Silver Buffalo. And he said, did you see the multi-sport merit badge book? And I said, yeah. He goes, I wrote it. So I got a signed copy and a pen. I was so excited. But anyway, so this will show you what's been affected. Also, remember that the Eagle, for you guys, the Eagle advancement, January 2025 was the last update on that, and Guide to Advancement 2025. And the workbook is still 2023. Adult leader recognition. There are the Noble Sage, Footsteps of the Founder, Spirit of Polaris, Outstanding Unit Scouter, and District Award of Merit, which is not up there. Actually, District Order of Merit and Noble Sage have already all been done, but Footsteps of the Founder, Spirit of Polaris, and Outstanding Scouter, check the nomination site, and if you don't see it, talk with Les.
The way this reads, it's not live yet. It's not live. I'm sending it out via bill or something.
Yes. Okay. So, but if you have somebody, contact Les. The 49th annual sports breakfast is coming up. It's going to be Garrett Bowles is our speaker. The event is free, but they are looking for a donation. It's at 6:30 a.m. at the Ball Arena. And I did not know this, but Garrett Bowles is an Eagle Scout. So pretty cool. Commissioners College, Saturday, March 7th, 2026, 8 a.m., right here in this room. There'll be a number of tracks. There's a bachelor's track, a master's track, a doctorate track, a continuing education track, and as we previously mentioned, there's also a roundtable track. If you're interested in roundtable, we'd love to have you. Oh, I thought I fixed that. Registration's open. I'm sorry. That was the slide I didn't fix. Yes. Okay. Okay, let me repeat that for those that are listening later or online or live. So it's already been sent to the Key 3. If you haven't seen it, ask your Scoutmaster, Cubmaster, Charter Org rep. They should have the link, and ask them for it to forward it to you. Or just send Bill or myself a quick email, and we will get it to you. But it's beyond just the those sitting in the room and commissioners. If you're interested in it, there's a lot of good information there. and it's a good day. Now, you're the only one here, so stand up. So, on March 24th, he will he's already earned it, but he will be getting his Silver Beaver along with his wife, Terry. Some other people on the list, Jason Rogers is the new district chair of Centennial, and he ran the University of Scouting this last year. Kevin Andrew is involved with our commissioners. He's assistant council commissioner, I believe. So just to name a few. But all these people have done a wonderful job for scouting. Wait. And so on Tuesday, March 24th, the doors open at 6. It will be at the Legacy campus. Basically, it's on Lincoln Avenue as you walk in from Lone Tree, drive in from Lone Tree into Parker. We're looking for corporate sponsors to defray the cost. We've already gotten some, but we're looking for more. So if your company would like to help, that would be great. If you are already a Silver Beaver, and there are a few of you in this room, there's a discounted rate for the Silver Beavers. I think it's $40. But we discussed it, and we thought this would be something beneficial, and we really want to get all our Silver Beavers there. And if you're not a Silver Beaver, and if you're a Scout, there's also a discounted rate for you. Cub Scout Pinewood Derby. Lauren, come on up. Can you turn this mic up? So Lauren is the person that's working with Troop 870 to get this all done. We are trying to get the information live. It is
Saturday, April 11th.
Saturday, April 11th. Here, you come over here and I'll switch. You can look at the slide and tell me what I did wrong.
No,
It's at St. Andrew Methodist Church.
Yeah, so it's going to be in
Tell
our
us about
fellowship
it.
hall. So same as in past years, we're trying to get the word out. So last year we didn't have great attendance. So we're trying to let all of the packs that we're associated with know that this is coming up. Everyone is welcome, even siblings. We have our open races. We're trying to get this on the Scouting Colorado calendar right now, along with the sign-up page. So you'll be seeing a flyer from us coming out soon once we've got that QR code. But please spread the word, and if you need any more information, you can contact me or anyone from Troop 870.
And I invited Centennial District.
Yes, the more the merrier. Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. They should still be eligible to race. Yeah.
Perfect. That's an excellent question.
Oh, yes, right here.
How much does it cost? Is that what you asked?
No.
So, hi, my name is Ryan Oshrin. I'm a member of Troop 870. One of the other programs that we have that's really cool just to also help promote participation in this is that we have an Adopt a Car program. So if you have a Cub Scout or a sibling that would like to show up to the District Pinewood Derby and they haven't made a car or don't have a car, there will be cars that have been made by members of Troop 870 that you can adopt and race for the duration and can still win awards from that car. So if your scouts don't have a car, just know that's an option as well. And siblings are more than welcome to partake in that as well.
I love this. Perfect. Thank you. My son's, one of his cars was just the box. Cut. And it was orange, and it said power by peanut butter. The Cub Scout the Cub Scout day camp is coming June 4th and 5th. We're still working on location a little bit. I think we have it, but We just want to narrow it down and get that taken care of. But we should have that, so be prepared to sign up. So we also have some training coming on that Brad does. March 4th is weather safety. Just register with Brad. This weekend is wilderness first aid training. And as we said, it was Advent Health and Porter in Denver, and the cost $155. Brad also showed me this today, so I did not get this on the slides yet. Hot off the presses. So there is a state boating safety course, and that will be March 21st from 9 to 5, and that will be at Scout headquarters. And the flyer.
Less than 18 years old, they need to have this course to operate a boat. That's a new state law. And this is being hosted by ESC, being run by the Coast Guard Auxiliary. As my understanding, it's any boat. That's what they told me. I don't have any 17-year-olds anymore, but yeah. Well, they sent me pictures. It includes kayaking, canoeing, small boat sailing, and those weird boards you stand on and fall over.
Wow. Paddle boards. Cool. Okay, so everybody needs to take a new course. As I said, wilderness first aid training. I got it in there. Oh, yeah, all the training, everything's on the board over there. So take a look. Randy, do I have everything correct? Yep. Okay. So, Baloo, yes. Okay. So, the Baloo, we will, the 8th, Isles. And it's not north, it's north, but that will be at Chatfield State Park. Yeah. So, okay. So, we'll update this slide. So when you get it, it will be added for when you can put it on the site. So take a look at that. Then Wood Badge. There's still time to sign up, guys. April 10th and 12th, 18th and 19th. They actually want to bring back, what's the Raven. Nevermore. They want to bring back the Raven. So that would be a 9th patrol. If you don't know about Wood Badge, see just about any of us in the room. So, and that's, the theme is Leave It Better. And then if you can't do the spring course, if you, did I take it out? Oh, there's a summer course, and that's in the rolling deck. So we have National Youth Leadership Training. You guys done that? What? You staffed it. I thought you had, yeah. So, are you going to staff it again? A summer camp. Okay. So I'll be staffing it this year, the second week with Jason Rogers. So there are 2 weeks, June 7th through 13th, and then the June 21st through 27th. The reason there's only 2 weeks this year is because of the Jamboree. But with that being the case, sign up, get your kids interested. It really makes a difference, not only in your troop, but in your scout. We had a scout in our troop who has was a troublemaker in school or whatever, not really a troublemaker, but just was, wasn't paying attention. And he went and did NYLT, and his grandmother said to me, I don't know what happened, but I got called into school. I said, why? She said, because they wanted to know what I had done over the summer. Because this kid has totally transformed for the better. And all she could do is say, it was MYLT. So it really speaks volumes. Again, the Jamboree, I wish I could make this smaller, but larger, but anyway. And then we just had the district Clondery, but just so you can save the date, Troop 444 is going to be doing the district camporee at the end of September. And thank you all that participated in the Clondery a couple weeks ago. Order of the Arrow, the next chapter meeting's March 11th. There's a new download to OA members. There's an app on your phone. You can pay your 2026 dues. I guess I need to do that. And there's also an induction ceremony training on February 21st. That's a Saturday. 2026 candidate election was sent out February 1st, so reach out if you have questions, and this will also be part of our topic in the breakout session. District executives moment. Do you have anything, my dear? Okay. Appreciate that. They are really working hard, by the way, investment in character. So they've gotten there a lot. That's why Asher isn't here. He's working on investment in character right now.
The second bullet on there speaks to a Scouts BSA recruitment incentive. Is that still active, or is that?
The 5-star program?
No, I'm just talking about recruitment incentive.
Oh. Thank you, Andrew. You know,
5-star program down too? So,
okay.
yes.
Okay. And again, I had to do something with this slide, and I accidentally forgot to fix the ORG again. Rog. Our next roundtable will be March 12th. We'll be talking about poisonous plants. Introduction to online resources will be our hot topics. And then our breakout will be summer programming, and Scout BSA will be troop recruiting. Brian, you're up. Our hot topic is team building. But before, I'm going to open up the first slide. Let me get to one. So you guys can read all that, right? No, because otherwise I would change it to, the strictly PowerPoint. Here we go.
How's everyone tonight? Well, I mean, we do a lot with scouts and stuff like that. One thing that when I was researching a little bit for this came up really, a statistic that came out wasn't just with the scout stuff, but also talked about corporate experiences and other things. Was when you incorporate more of a team building exercise into a group event, regardless as to a scouting or other things, you increase problem solving and conflict resolution by 40%. So I thought that was an excellent number. It came out of a lot of these different things. So, and when I was looking at some of the scout stuff too, the reason why we focus on a lot of activities is, we want them to work together, right? When they work together, we get a better result. And one thing with all the scouting principles is, yes, we're always too deep and those types of different things. Helps with conflict, and also too is I don't think we sometimes need to step up as a motivator also. So it helps us with all those different things going on there, type of activities, right? Believe it or not, a lot of it is really with the prep. If you show up to kind of do a half, if you do it kind of not prepare a little bit ahead of time, you don't get the best result. You talk about what you're trying to accomplish, challenge to start, check it out, adapt it, and go for growth. Okay. One thing is that I'm skipping a little bit is going. I wanted to talk. Where is? Can you click on this video for me? There we go. I thought it was. I'm sorry? Oh, there we go. Or just paste it, copy and paste it real quick. Well, here we go. Well, if we don't get this video was on the Scouts website, which I found, right?
That's the problem, I'm not online.
Oh, you're not. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, it showed a group of Scouts. Try to imagine as we're going there. It showed a group of Scouts. They, they had three like oil cans or water barrels. They were empty, right? And they had to facilitate them going across, and they had this, and they're on a plyboard, right, at the same time. And they had to work together as a group to do that. But more importantly, it showed an adult off to the side working working with the group from there. But more importantly, it really showed how the Scouts were working together to move across, because they couldn't get on the ground to move the wheelbarrow. I mean, move the next barrel. They had to move it overhead, and they had to work together on it. And plus, there was other videos there too. So, maybe we'll get it.
All right, we're trying to get you the video.
Okay.
Of course, there'll be no sound.
We might have to click wait 5 seconds for the YouTube ad to be there first. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yep. If you can click skip, that would be great. Oh, that's okay. Well, one thing I really encouraged when I was a scoutmaster of my old troop was instead of the scouts getting together and just doing a game, throw the football, play basketball, or those type of things. This is one thing I really encouraged. I'd never seen this until I was preparing for this, but one thing I was really encouraged by was it was really forcing the scouts having to work together. Just like with NYLT and other things, you're putting a group together, maybe not necessarily all their best friends and stuff like that, and they're having to work together to do all these different things. I thought this one was a little unique. There's other ones on the website link that's on there too that talks about different activities and from there. But if you notice, obviously they have to work together. And believe it or not, this is a challenge that a lot of other, when a company does a retreat, they do similar stuff like this also. So I thought it was very interesting. So maybe in a little bit of a different setting and stuff like that. So
Good.
any question? No.
No, I said,
And obviously you can set it up to do, you can make it a challenge, the different patrols, make it a race a little bit, those types of different things. So thank you.
okay, let's go back to, there you had a second one, didn't you?
Well, this is just the link to, obviously all this is online. This is on, on Troop, if you click the link, but don't worry about it. But if you just do a Google search or something like that on the troop, this is on the scouting website. There was other activities too there. They all had decent videos and stuff like that. But let's go back to the presentation real quick.
You're in charge again. Just go ahead and.
But more importantly, these help with the overall scouting mission, right? This, preparing the youth to move ahead and going from there. So, and also this is one other thing too. This is not a bad thing to get your adults involved into, to kind of have them do different things here and there. So, but going from there. So, but one thing I do want to stress is this number. When I was researching this a little bit, everyone talks about working together and these different things. When you focus on those type of things, you increase what you're trying to achieve a lot. I don't know how they came up with 40%, but somebody figured it out. So, so team building is always a good thing. Scouting is a good way to do it. I think most of us know that in this room. So any questions or thoughts? Yes.
Done up at Tahosa. Oh, sorry. Once upon a time, the Cope Challenge course that was done up at Tahosa, that hopefully they'll have down at McNeil Scout Ranch at Peaceful Valley. I guess that's what they call it now. Is an excellent team building opportunity for scouts.
Cool. Yep, so just getting the youth and adults, everyone to work together. I mean, when we work together, we get a better result. No ifs, ands, or buts. So thank you.
And they actually do some of those challenges at MYLT and at Woodbatch. They do a little bit of team building there. So good way to learn.
And then sometimes too, when you're doing a challenge or whatever, it doesn't hurt to mix up the group or the participants a little bit too. When they all, birds of a together flock together, it doesn't, you want to balance, say, hey, you want to break them up a little bit because you got to learn how to work with each other. But also more importantly, sometimes too is, there's always some persons that just don't blend as much, right? But, if you get them involved in situations where it gets them out of their box a little bit, or they just arbitrarily get put there, it helps with a little bit of, they may not become best friends, but at least they might be able to work together a little bit easier going forward. So, thank you.
Thank you. Nice job. And if you have any questions, feel free to talk to Brian afterwards. That is it for this portion. We're about to do our breakout session. Order of the Arrow will stay here, and the Cub Scouts will be moving down the hall and on the right. So in the next 5 minutes, you can be ready for the next part. Do you need a perfect?
Alrighty, we are going to get started off. Just one real quick thing. Are there any other Cub Scouters in the room? Cool. And then I was told that there's a thing for the train show.
Good evening. Yes, it's me. I'm back again. We're having the Railroading Merit Badge at the National Western Stock Show on April 11th and 12th. And I'll have flyers on the back table for you.
And soon there will be a flyer out looking for staff to help the train show run. Run the information booth and help the train show itself, but I haven't gotten that flyer out.
So, 2 separate booths. I'm teaching the Railroading Merit Badge, and he's representing the Scout in Colorado. Is that correct? Thank you much.
Community service hours, volunteering for either one.
Alrighty. And with that, we're going to get started off into our unit elections training / presentation. For introductions, my name is Ryan Oshman. I'm a previous chapter chief of Grey Wolf chapter. I've done lots of work just throughout Tahosa Lodge. I currently serve as the CVC of Kitchen.
Hi, I'm Sage Albrecht. I was a previous Illingmat chair last year, and this year I'm the vice chief of inductions for the lodge.
And I'm Dylan, and I am the social media chair for Tahosa Lodge.
Alrighty. So, what is the Order of the Arrow? The Order of the Arrow is what is considered as Scouting's National Honor Society. The OA consists of scouts and scouters who best exemplify the Scout oath and law in their daily lives, and just go beyond that. The OA, for what they can do for you, can help strengthen units by providing leadership training opportunities for OA members and assisting in summer camp promotion, camporees, training, and other activities, to say the least.
The Blackfeather District is represented by the Grey Wolf chapter. The chapter meets monthly, usually the second Wednesday, for all OA members in the district. Whereas the chapter advisor is an adult position, the chapter is run by the youth elected chapter chief, which is a youth position, along with 4 vice chief positions. Greater Colorado Council is represented by Tahosa Lodge. The National Order of the Arrow Conference, which is known as NOAC, is held every 3 years, and the next one will be held in 2027.
What the OA does for Scouts. Scouts who actively participate in the OA further develop their leadership skills. The Scout is more likely to actively participate with his or her troop or team for a longer period of time if they are active in the OA. There is a nationally recognized leadership position for rank advancement, the OA Troop Representative. The OA representative acts as a liaison between the unit and the OA lodge or chapter and communicates future program opportunities. The Order of the Arrow helps to operate the 4 high adventure programs: Philmont Scout Ranch, Northern Tier, Florida Sea Base, and Summit Bechelet Reserve, SPR. These programs are open to the youth airmen at a discounted rate. For example, the OA Trail Crew Trek at Philmont in 2025 is a 14-day adventure. The first week focuses on trail construction and maintenance, while the second week is a 7-day trek designed by the participants. The cost of this experience is $495 versus the $1,335 of a 7-day trek.
So just to summarize that, you're paying less than half the price of a normal trek, and you get to stay twice the time, and that also means you get to eat twice the amount of food. Gotta think about the stomachs. So what qualifies a person for an election? So you must follow this criteria, but the big things are going to be being a registered member and an active member, being under the age of 21. Kind of a gray area here is that in OA and a couple of different programs outside of normal Scouting America is that scouts considered from the ages of 18 to 20 are considered youth adults and still can partake in said activities. You must hold one of these 3 ranks or higher. You have to have at least 15 nights of camping registered in troop, crew, or ship within the 2 years immediately prior to the election. Of those 15 nights, it has to include at least 1, but no more than 1 long-term camping night, which is 5 consecutive nights, yes, or more. And that only counts as 1. Anything past that, if you do count long-term, it counts for 3 nights, if I remember correctly. They also must be approved by the Scoutmaster, Crew Advisor, or Sea Scout Skipper. They also have to be elected by the youth members of their unit. Election requires 50% attendance based on the unit's active registered youth, and the scout must receive at least 50% of the ballots turned in. Adults 21 or older who meet the camping requirements may be selected following the nomination and approval by the Lodge Adult Selection Committee. A unit can nominate 1 adult for the first youth elected. This number increases 75% of the youth elected. 2 to 3 youth would equal 2 adults, 4 youth, 3 adults, so on, so forth. Scoutmaster, Crew Advisor, or Sea Scout Skipper may also be nominated and not count towards these numbers, but must still meet those camping requirements.
The OA, which is also known as Tohosa Lodge, elections for 2026 are conducted from February 1st to May 31st. Please note the first ordeal is May 2nd to 5th for 2026, so election will need to be held prior to 4/18/2026. To guarantee processing of paperwork in order to attend, adult nomination forms may take longer as they need additional approvals. We strongly encourage OA members within the unit to assist with the election, but ballots and votes may only be handed to OA youth members from outside of the unit. February 1st, an email went out to the key 3 of every unit. This link has to submit a request for 3 potential election dates. We are a large district that holds a lot of elections and try not to do two in any evening, so please plan accordingly as April tends to fill up. Once your date has been confirmed, you will receive another email with a link to submit a list of eligible scouts in order to build a ballot. Please submit your eligible scouts 48 hours or more prior to your election. The OA election team must provide pre-printed ballots, and inability to submit eligible scouts on time may result in the election being postponed to another meeting. As soon as the election is completed, the OA members will provide the unit leader with the results and will announce to the troop. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so anybody in the troop, but not adults, I'm pretty sure, can vote for the elected youth. They don't need to be in OA. They could have just joined the troop. So say there's a new scout that maybe joined a couple days ago and you have an OA unit election. They can still vote, but they're not pressed to. We say that in the speeches, but yeah, so anybody can vote. Mm-hmm.
Is there a certain percentage of the youth that have to show up and vote for the election, or how does that work?
Yes, so 50% of the unit has to show up to be able to hold that election. Mm-hmm.
Going back to the newer members, they can vote their first not to vote because they barely know anybody.
Yeah.
I do believe we touch up on this a little bit later on in this presentation. Mr. Happy.
Those who are on that topic as well, on the other side of the spectrum, as you mentioned, especially in Scouts BSA, those that are 18 to 20 are treated as a youth. So if they are a junior assistant scoutmaster, they actually would be allowed to vote as a youth, where the adults are not.
So just to restate that for the people online is that people from the ages of 18 to 20 that might hold a position on the adult troop committee would be treated as a youth in this situation and would need to go through that election process.
And then it does say that you may do your own call out or special ceremony, but Tohosa Lodge does not do that anymore. You may not do your own call out. The unit election team at your meeting will do that for you because our council district, we do not do that. Yeah.
When I took my camp, I took my troops to San Isabel Scout Ranch, they actually had a call out.
Yes.
Do you know if summer camps do that anymore? And is it something that the Scoutmaster or ASM can reach out to the camp to do for summer camp?
So, yes, there are call-outs at summer camp. Anything in the Greater Colorado Council does not do call-outs. Now, the really cool thing about call-outs is that you get recognized in front of a large group of people. And I know historically that has been the only way that you have found out that you had been elected into the Order of the Arrow. But per our kind of ideals of instant gratification and instant recognition, we will announce those names night of the election.
So yeah, I went through that process as a scout. They did my unit election and I got announced that night of, but we also did go to St. Isabel and I also got called out there, so I basically got called out 2 times in front of my troop.
Order of the Arrow summary. The Order of the Arrow is a service organization under the Scouts BSA organization. Our focus can be summarized in 2 words: cheerful service. We are always willing to help any unit, council, and community. OA is an additional resource to the BSA Scouts programs. Utilizing the OA will lead to a win-win situation between the individual, unit, district, and council programs. If you are ready for the OA, then schedule an election. And those are the 2 links.
I would now like to open up to any questions and anything that we might be able to clear up for you. Ms. Thompson.
So we've been having trouble with electronic logging. If I do that manually, can I turn that over, or do you need to verify that with our electronic logging?
Typically, the Scoutmaster confirms all that. For adults, however, we have to be logged. The council.
Normally I log all of it, but for some reason, when we migrated to Scout Plus, it's turning off camping for us for whatever reason. So I didn't know if the technical glitch in the system was going to cause a problem.
So once Scoutmaster's been able to verify. So once we have that Scoutmaster verification and approval,
Any other questions? Wow.
Really good.
I know. Was not like this last year. Oh, yes. Absolutely.
So dates fill up quickly. So if you didn't receive that email, check with your unit's P3 because those will go out February 1st. I'm going to be pushing out another one here soon. So we try to get everybody scheduled. And if you don't have youth that are eligible, let us know so we can still come out and talk to you guys, do a visit, and do this presentation that's tailored towards your unit.
We're happy to do it as well.
If you had a change in your key 3 within the past year, we do not have that in the right. We will still have the contacts for your rechartered last time. Even if you just now rechartered and updated your information, it's great. We still have to go to the council. So we have all the old information. So if that's the case, either reach out to them and they can re-forward it to you, or reach out to me and I'll give it to you.
Yeah. For those online, so that email went to your key 3 last year. So if you had some sort of change in that, please come talk to them. Or you can also reach out to Tohosa Lodge 383 at Outlook or Grey Wolf Advisor at Gmail. Mr. Ostrovich.
One more. Sometimes there's confusion about this, so that's why I'm bringing it up. Say you have 3 people running, they're all awesome. Are you restricted? I can only vote for 1.
You can vote for as many or as few on the ballot as you deem worthy. So scouts can go vote for all of them. They can vote for none of them by turning in a blank ballot. But one thing that we do stress in our script that we follow in elections when we come out to your units is that if you turn in a blank ballot, it counts as a vote against everyone. So when we kind of talk about those new scouts in the troop that might not know everyone well enough to vote, they are encouraged to abstain by just not turning in that ballot. That does not affect the final vote. And when we were kind of talking about this before, if I can find it, about this 50% requirement attendance of active scouts, that is only for the attendance of people that has to be there. When we conduct the election, only that 50% that has to be met by that election in order for someone to be elected into the OA is only those of the ballots turned in. So if you had 10 scouts, I'm going to make this easy math for myself. If you had 10 scouts in your unit and all 10 of them turned in a ballot, then you would need 5 ballots to do that. If you only had 8 ballots turned in but 10 present, then you would only need 4 for that person to be elected. Does that make sense to anyone or everyone? Mr. Happy.
And if I may, if you have a big arrow-like class that crosses over, we've seen it happen time and time again, especially if you're a big troop or a small troop that had a big class. We pointed out to them, they're 11 years old. They're not listening. And sometimes we point out, if you turn it, don't turn it a blank ballot. I'll tell you what's even harder is when you have 5 scouts on there and your SPL Tim is on there. They all want to vote for Tim because they know him. But what that is, that's a vote for Tim and a vote against the other 4. Okay? So we have a script, but if you have a big class, I would recommend have your SPL talk to them about how that happens because they don't know.
Yeah. Ross?
How do you approach scouts that don't want to be on the ballot even though they qualify? I had a problem with that last year, and it was partly driven by scouts and partly driven by their adults. And they said, don't put them on the ballot, please. They won't want to participate, so don't even hold the election. And just looking for guidance on handling that from either end.
So the question is, if a scout just does not want to participate or does not want to ballot, what to do in that situation? Well, they can still get put on the ballot. The reality is that they could get elected and just not do anything with it. So when you get elected, your election or elected status is good for 18 months. So they would have time to be able to change their mind. There's going to be 4 inductions within that time frame before they would need to get elected again. So they could get elected, but just not do anything with it.
I just want to point out, I had scouts in my unit when I was a scoutmaster that got elected and then didn't want to go. And I talked to them and said, I understand, but here's what happened. It's super cool. It's kind of I call it a spiritual experience. I thought it was really neat. And they ended up going and they loved it. And so just, do what you can to support, but don't necessarily think that they may not go just because you're going to say they won't. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So as adult leaders, please encourage your scouts if you do have that situation of, I don't really want to do anything with it. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for them to grow and something that they honestly might find fun. So, big and scary fun.
One more quick thing too, as adult leaders in the unit, if you don't want to act kiss, dash, and dash, be involved and ask, hey, what you guys do this week? Are you doing any service stuff? I mean, be engaged with them and be in yourself if you can, so that you can, stay involved with it and keep that plugged in as well. Thank you.
Absolutely.
There are important parts of the state election that you can be flexible with on that. If you don't want to be on the ballot, encourage them to talk to one of us before we start the election. If we talk to them beforehand and they're like, you know what? All right, I'll do it. Even though we bring pre-printed
Yeah, and I'll add to this. So, my brother troop last year didn't want to do a unit election. We did an informational for them instead. So if you do want to do an informational, you can. And then later, if you have some scouts that come up to you and say, hey, I may actually want to join OA, I'm very interested, you can do a unit election later. So if you're interested, you can do an informational like the one we're doing right now. And then if a scout comes up to you that says they want to do it, we'll do that unit election for you.
It's also a great way if you don't have any scouts eligible for an election this year. It has happened before. Is it also helps just boost and bring up our awareness of OA for us to be able to talk to scouts that aren't eligible, because it gives them something to work for next year when they're able to do elections again and when that election season comes around. This is Thompson.
We wanted to do an informational session before because we have a lot of younger scouts. So it would help them kind of digest what the whole process looks like. Can we do that with our unit's OA members, or do you want us to schedule that through your team?
It still has to be scheduled, but you can definitely have specific people come out and do it, because I know Ryan's in your troop. Yeah, you can definitely have those specific people come out, but some other OA people may come out also. But that would also be good to see, like, there's other people in there other than the people in your troop.
Yeah, different faces definitely help. But honestly, just reach out to one of these two email addresses because we're all in Black Feather. This Grey Wolf advisor would be the better one to reach out for if you did want to get an informational for your troop prior to the election. It is February 1st to May 31st is the time window for elections. And as mentioned previously, April gets pretty busy because all the troops are like, man, gotta do my elections. So please, please, please